thank you all for being here this afternoon at ISDC premises. And probably you think, hey, what are we doing? Why do we bring people together? And it's not only about ISDC people. I see also people who have been working with us and some other friends from other companies. Very welcome for that as well. So I have to tell you a little bit about the vision we have at ISDC. Because I think that we should share the knowledge in order to gain a better position on an international market. If you compare Romania with the Netherlands or with Germany or with India or other places, that's at this moment is still it's a small place, and the market is getting tougher and tougher. Instead of technology is more about business, and I think this afternoon we will talk about business, about development, and not about technology. Is .NET going to win from J2EE or something like that? That's not the issue for this afternoon. And I'm a strong believer that not to talk about competition, because I think that if the Romanian companies, and whatever is the background, if it's a Romanian background or Dutch or American or France or German background, that we should combine forces and share knowledge. Because finally the target is to have a stronger position in the international market. So at this, so I'm very happy to introduce you to leading people or a leading institute in the Netherlands, Giarte, represented by one of the partners, Marco Gianotten, and his colleague, the senior analyst. Not looking senior, but believe me, he is really senior guy. Sven van der Riet. They know in the Netherlands a lot, but more important is not what they know, but what companies do know them. These people advise big companies where to outsource, how to outsource. What is the trend? Is Romania attractive? Do you go to Tata or Wipro in India, or do you work with mid-sized company in Central and Eastern Europe? And they also measure the performance. They measure the performance which is delivered by HP, and now HP EDS, or in the near future, by Capgemini, Atos Origin. That's our working field. In our market, we have to compete with the big ones. We in total have a company around 160 people, and I think in Romania really is something to be proud of. But we have to fight against companies with 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people on their payroll and do the big job. But still there is a place. They have a nice scan, they have a lot of know-how, and they have a lot of interest. They stay here with us for 3 days to know more about Romania, especially about Transylvania and of Cluj, of course. And really people entertain us this afternoon with the knowledge and the questions and the answers you have for us. So thank you very much, Sven and Marco.
We're going to speak about the outsourcing market in general, the big trends, and also and afterwards we're going to have some great slides with photos and some tests about the most important thing if you're doing IT. And it's who runs the world? Who runs the world? They are customers. And your customers are IT departments. But those IT departments work for their business. And their businesses work for customers. So that's the only real customer is the one who pays the bill. And you all work for IT companies or your IT departments, not for the real business. So we give you an insight how IT is becoming so important to the business that they need more IT, but they don't trust IT. IT is one of the most hated departments in any organization. It's not, sometimes HR is more hated, and next year IT wins the most hated department award. But HR is important, and IT is very important. So how do you change that? And why are so many companies like Carrefour extremely successful with IT? First we go to the basics about how the size of the market and the figures, and to give you an impression what Romania is today, but it can be. So Sven will do the first part of the presentation.
Yeah. So what we will do, we will split the story in 3 parts. And the last part is, what are your customers actually waiting for? So I guess that the most important thing, Marco already told it, is to change the perception of the IT department as some growing organization that has a lot of technological knowledge about computers and systems and applications and hardware, and to say how can we, together with the business, take care of our clients. And we hope to show you with this presentation how in the coming years IT will change from a very technical point of view and will move more to how can you drive the business, because any business, most businesses, if you pull the plug, they will go bankrupt. So IT is really important. It's just like electricity.
Officer. A CIO is the guy in charge for a large corporation of IT. He's the top guy. He's a board member, like the chief executive officer, the chief financial officer, and the CIO. You have a lot of weak CIOs. You can be fired. 50% of them in the Netherlands, in the UK, in the US, it doesn't matter. They stay. But some of them are really great, and they make salaries like 1 to 3 million euros. That's a lot of money. And who makes more than 1 million a year? No one. Okay. You want to be a CIO? Take care of it, because there are some big jobs there out there. And when CIO is really, IT is really performing well, you make more money. And that's really the trend. It's not about being great in development and coding. That's just a necessity. That's a hygiene factor. It's more. It's more about how you see the business moves every day, and how IT can adapt to that.
Idea about how large is the Romanian market for IT services. I think that if you compare the sizes, we do a lot of research in the Netherlands. We have about 16 million inhabitants, and you have around 20 million inhabitants.
So you win.
So you win.
Not
And this afternoon someone asked, is the Romanian IT services market, is there still room for growth? In 2007 the market was 224